Hello and welcome to this video where we'll be speaking about creating your first macro. First of all, what are macros? Macros are just a way in Excel to help you automate tasks that you do repetitively. And in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to change the background color of a cell and also the font color of a cell, the same cell, using macros. The correct spelling is M-A-C-R-O. My accent might be heavy, but that's the proper pronunciation, spelling of it. So what do macros rely on? It relies on something called VBA. That's a Visual Basic Application. That's like that, a Visual Basic Application, and it's just an inbuilt language within Microsoft Excel that allows you to do all these action points that you're doing, including selecting a cell. And the only con or the only demerit of using a macro is there's no undo option. So once you do it, be careful of what you're doing. But it's just an interesting way to do all these functions that we need to do in Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to select the cell that I want to change the background color and font color. Then go to the View tab. And this is how to record a macro. Then click here and go to Record Macro. It's going choose a macro, and the macro name. Remember, the macro name does not have to have spaces, so I'm just going to do cell color, cell text color. Then yes, I want it to be applied to this workbook. Then I'm just going to, so option command in MacBook can also mean control, so I'm just going to put Control K as an example. If you want to put a description, you can put it, but I'm just going to press OK. Okay, so it's now ready to record, and it's already recording. You can know it's recording because down here you see this, a macro is currently recording. Click to stop recording. You can click to here to stop recording. Now every action that you do, I have not done any clicking action so far, so I'm going to go to the Home tab, click on that color so it disappears, then click on this, and then bold, center. Okay, that's it. I've finished. There are two ways of actually stopping. You can click here to stop recording the macro, or you can go to the View tab and then back to macro and stop recording, but I'm going to click here to stop recording. Okay, so that's how, if you want to see what you've recorded, you go to View tab and click on View Macros. You see, I already had a macro recorded. So this is cell text color, the one that we've done. I'm going to cancel this one out. Now, remember the shortcut? We used Command K or Control K. So Control K, see, it applies to that. Control K as well. Okay. There is no undo button to this. I'm pressing Control Z, nothing is happening. Remember, I told you that's the only con to using macros. So it's also important that you remember the other setting we said. You choose whether it's applied to the whole workbook or just this workbook, because this worksheet, because if I insert a sheet and I have, say, bulldozer, and I want to apply the same, I just do Control K and it applies to it, because we chose that option of applying it to the whole sheet. Okay, if that doesn't work, then maybe you applied it wrongly in terms of how you are setting it up. If you want to edit the macro, you can select the cell and just go to macros. That's the View tab. Go to macros, then View Macros, then select which one you want to edit and click on Edit. It's going to pop up all this. It's in VBA language. If you understand the VBA language in itself, then you can actually change it from here, but I'm going to close this. The other way is just to delete that macro. If you don't understand what it does, you can just delete that macro and create another one. If I click the Options tab, you see, this is what it gave. You can change the keyboard shortcut from here. Remember, I told you Option CMD is the same as Control on a MacBook. For Windows, it's going to give you here Control. I'm currently using a MacBook. Okay. So that's how to do macros. If you want to delete a macro, it's from the same pane. You just go to view tab, then macros, go to view macros, select the type of macro that you want to use, to delete, then click on the minus key here, and voila, it's gone. I can actually delete all of them. View macro, click on this, delete. That's it. That doesn't mean I can actually undo right now. You cannot. I'm going to delete this shit, and remember, that's the only con to macros. You cannot undo. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. We'll be talking about creating a macro with cell referencing, this one here, using relative cell references. See you then. Bye.